What's up, y'all? It's your mans. I'm just getting off work, and I'm gonna take the long way home because I got something to talk about. You know what I mean? I got something to talk about. And you know when I take the long way home, I'm gonna talk y'all all the way from Chicago to Gary, Indiana. That's what we gonna do. We on our way to Gary, Indiana. I'm on my way home. So it's gonna be a long trip, but it's gonna be some knowledge I think, that we need to think about what's going on in society today. Let's talk about our education system, right? Our kids in our schools is getting way out of hand, real shit. And I think it's us as a parent. I'm pointing to me, you know what I'm saying, as a parent. We gotta take some responsibility for this shit, real shit. Cause I'm gonna tell you, I was a fucked up child in school, you know what I'm saying? I was so cold with school, I used to just be a bad motherfucker when I was younger. I just did what I thought I wanted to do. But on the second hand, I had a mama, Juanita Bello, said, you gonna do what you gonna do, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kick your ass. I think that's what's happening with parents today. We too much of our kids' friends. You gotta, when you drop your kids off at school, I'm talking about not right now, but you should have had this conversation with your kids. And this is, I can remember 50 years later, my mama dropping me off to school saying this. She said, you know how you love me? I'm like, yes, mama. I'm a kid. I love you. She said, you know what you'll do around me and what you won't do around me. And I was like, dude, yeah. She said, you see this lady I'm dropping you off of? This is your teacher. For these 8 hours, I want you to give her the same respect you give me. So if certain things you ain't gonna say around me, you better not say them around her. Certain things around me, you could do it. You had to treat your teacher like it was your mama. So with that being said, in school, I used to go to school and want to be the class clown because I had a lot of jokes. And I promise you, I had a elementary school teacher named Miss Henderson. She used to call my mama, man, like they ain't had cell phone, but she'd take a break and go downstairs, the principal office, and call my mama and come back up to the class and keep teaching. Man, my mama would roll up to that classroom and beat my ass right in front of everybody. And I was a class clown because everybody laughed at my ass. And man, it got so bad because I wouldn't learn my lesson. I still be a class clown. I could hear people down the hallway talking about, Miss Pillow on deck, Miss Pillow on deck. And I knew it was too late then because when my mama got up to that school, she was beating my ass. Now my sister, she ain't really had no problems. And I don't know what's up with girls because parents don't have to come up to school for girls like boys. And then there used to be a shopping center on a medical shopping center on 51st and State. Right, I went to Beethoven, which is on 47th and State. But Mr. Russell owned the goddamn shopping center. He had a medical practice, but it was a grocery store, all kind of shit there. His wife was the assistant principal. I never knew that until I got older, that they knew my mama personally. So the assistant principal used to call me in her office and be like, oh, your mama's not coming up here today. And beat my ass. And I used to be like, this some bullshit. I'm getting my ass beat all the place. And the other assistant principal, Miss Davenport, her husband was a roofer in the neighborhood. He had a roofing company. But I never knew that all these people knew my mama in the school system. So they would call my mama when they see me out of pocket. And they put me in pocket. And then I get home thinking she don't know shit. She wait good and show. It got time we got to eat dinner. Everybody gonna take their baths. And she'll say sometime, and I should have caught on to this. She'll say, boy, let that girl take her bath first. Y'all wait. So my sister get her bath and stuff. Everybody else did my ass, the last one in there. Boy, that door, she'll kick that door open, come up with that leather belt. whoop my ass all in the tub, beat the shit out my ass. Now go to school acting fool. I'll be like, damn, I got ass whoopers in school and at home. But eventually I straighten up. Now, go to the day. When I started having kids, you could ask my sons, because I bumped into one of my younger son teacher the other day in COVID. In Benton Harbor, she thanked me for beating his ass. Like he wasn't a bad kid, but he just wanted to be the class clown like his daddy was. But I had to beat his ass. And see, when you beat a kid's ass, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what you got to do also. You got to explain to them why they getting their ass beat. And you got to explain to them that you love them. You're not just beating their ass because you don't like them. Like, you can ask any of my kids. When I had to whoop their ass, I always told them how much I loved them. I don't get no enjoyment out of kicking your ass. But that's what we got to start getting back to this. And fuck all this old police shit about kicking our kids' ass. I remember going up to my son in Nicosi school, beating his ass, and the motherfucking assistant principal told me, that's what's up, old school. I like that in you. And that was it. Other people like, oh, you can't hit a child. Bullshit, I'm gonna hit mine when I feel like it's needed. Real shit. But I beat his ass. I beat both my sons. I ain't really have to go to school for my girls. Real shit. I ain't really have to go up to the school for them. But them boys, they a little hard head like their daddy. But neither one of them, if you ask them, they're gonna say, you know what? Yeah, my daddy always told us how he loved us. I do it because I love you and I want you to get an education. But I also, when I drop my kids off at school, I tell them, your teacher is me. You respect them teachers just how you respect me. And what I'm saying about that now is, some of you parents can't tell y'all kids to respect the teachers like you respect me. You gotta tell them, look, I love you, but the world don't give a fuck about you. Because, some of you parents, y'all just being the kid's friend. That's all. Y'all ain't really disciplining them or nothing. You just being a friend. So you gotta just gotta tell these kids, the world don't give a fuck about you. I may love you, but the world don't. And that's real talk. I don't know what we're gonna do. We gotta do something about our kids and people. But I don't spank my kids. Okay, if you don't spank your kids, then that's fine by your sister parenting. I'm not the one to tell you that you right or wrong how you parenting. But if you're gonna send your kids out in this world, if you're not gonna spank them, you must strictly enforce some rules and regulations how to move around. Because these kids can't be in the school. When I was in the school the other day, just on some, I'm going up there to see if I can help out and donate some time or some stuff to the school. And these kids just running rapid. I'm like, God damn. Couldn't be none of mine. I had to kill a kid. Shit. Kids just not respecting teachers. And I don't even understand that. Not even just teachers. I was in the doctor's office the other day. These kids don't have no respect for nobody. You see them on the street smoking weed like nigga, you 14, 15. I ain't never smoked weed, but when I hung out with people who smoke weed, they didn't do it in front of their elders. When did we get back to respect, just genuine respect for people? This shit is getting ridiculous. Like, the fuck? Like, I really, what the fuck? Like, this shit just getting too out of hand. And we gotta do something, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about, the parenting. You can't expect the police to parent your kids. You can't expect the fire department, the teachers, the teachers in a certain thing. But you gotta make sure that your kids know who the fuck the teacher is. You know what I'm saying? Your kids gotta know that teacher gets the same respect you get, or even more. Because the teacher doing a hell of a job. And they ain't getting that much pay. Let me just say that. I got some teachers in my families that ain't getting no hell of a pay. I ain't gonna say they get no hell of a pay. I ain't counting nobody's pockets. But I know from dating a couple of teachers, let me say that, they wasn't making that much. But they was all right. But I got one cousin, big ups to Mimi. She a teacher, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we gotta do better with our kids and these teachers. And don't get me wrong, you can have 100 good teachers and one bad one or something. You still got to give them a certain amount of respect. And I know some parents probably on my book talking about, well, they don't respect my child. Well, guess what? time for you to move your child around as a parent. If you feel like that your child is not getting a proper education that they are getting by a teacher, then it's time for you to be an adult about the situation. Go to the superintendents, the principal, and have that child move to another room or something. But now if you keep having to have your child move from every room, then it might not be the teacher. It might have to do something with your child. See, I live by this theory. They call me, say something wrong with one of my boys, they did this. I'm like, okay. He did it. That nigga guilty. Ask my sons, they'll tell you. I'm like, yeah, you did it, nigga. I know you did it. You my son. But let's back up to he did it, to why he did it. What provoked him to do it? We got to get to that. You know what I'm saying? People just don't haul off and slap somebody for like, oh, I feel like slapping somebody. Something provoked them to do that. And I always try to teach my kids to hold your cool as much as possible. You know, because if I had to come up to the school, is what they got cause and effect. Now, if you're in the right, ask any of my kids, I'm going to fight for you in the right. I'm going all the way down there through there for you. But if you're in the wrong, I'm going to pull you to the side and I'm going to check your ass. Real shit. I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's my girls or my boys, you're going to get it right there on the spot. And I ain't waiting till you get home. I'm getting it right there. You're wrong, you're wrong. And that's what we got to tell our kids sometimes. We got to just tell them that they wrong. You know, it's okay. I know we'd be like, oh, my baby's so perfect. My baby's, oh, just the age. Look at him. He's so handsome and big and strong. Look at him. He clean and stuff. That's my guy. Yeah, that's your son. That's your daughter. But guess what? If they wrong and they still yours. And you got to tell them to accept responsibility when you wrong. And teach them how to apologize. You know what I'm saying? We got to be better parents. Because we ain't better parents when we send them off into the world, then our kids is fucked up. For real, our kids is fucked up. We got to do something. You know? We got to do something. And we got to teach our kids. And let me just say something. You know, Facebook, you got to crack some motherfucking jokes on your kids. Real shit. And I'm going to say that because I have a large family. Real shit. And we crack jokes on each other. Think I'm bullshit, she might get on here. My niece, Janiyah, woo. She'll make you want to snatch her sometime. Lord, she'll make you want to snatch her. But we will signify. My other niece, Ayana. I mean, all, you know, we all are signified. But guess what that does? That builds tough skin. It builds a little character because you got to learn how to take a joke. And the best joke you could take is from your cousins. Shit, growing up, not even just the nieces, but my cousin Mushani, Andrew, Jason, man, my big brother Michael, we sit over my auntie Linda's house, boy, we could have some McDonald's and sit in the same room as us, and we'll roast each other. I mean, the devil, all us in there bawling, crying about the jokes that we talk about each other. And trust me, we go under the belts, no holds barred. So when we get in the world, when somebody crack a joke on you, you ain't so busy to put up your dukes and want to fight. You be like, oh, shit. That shit funny as hell, though. That was a good one. You know how to take a joke. These kids cannot take a joke these days. What the fuck wrong with that? They can't even take a joke. Like, you want to literally kill somebody because they cracked on your mama. They talked about your shoes. Oh, he's bullying me. Nigga, I've been getting bullied all my life. Toughen your ass up. That shit starts at home. I always soften and pampering them motherfuckers. Don't get me wrong. I soften my kids. I love them. I, tell them I love them. But, come on, crack some jokes on their ass. Make them laugh. Shit. Crack some jokes about themselves. Shit. I got a daughter that's disabled. Real shit. I tell her every day. She cracked them jokes that I can't crack, that she can crack because she disabled. If I talked about Crippled Chronicles or something like that, I would feel bad to my soul. I promise you I would. But when she cracked jokes on herself, sometimes I don't even know how to laugh. Like, that shit funny, but it ain't really funny because outside the house, ooh, somebody take that shit the wrong way. So we got to learn how to crack jokes. We should have roasting contests at the crib, family. So when we send our kids to school, somebody talking about them, number one, they're going to learn how to keep their cool. Because you cracked a joke, that ain't all right, nigga. I crack jokes on myself all the time. I crack myself up. Ha ha. I crack a joke on myself all the time. I tell everybody my teeth fucked up. And I got insurance. I just scared to go to the dentist. I ain't lying. I need to go. But my teeth is fucked up for real. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So when motherfuckers be talking about, nigga, you look like you been chewing on a box of rocks, I'm going to take that joke. Nigga, you can open another can with them can opener teeth. I could take them jokes. I ain't trying to fight. That's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? These kids now, they too sensitive, I promise you. And it's cause they ain't had a good ass whooping and ain't nobody cracked a joke on them. I remember my mama, for some reason, she believed in getting collision haircuts. They wasn't even called bald head. They was called collisions. Cut all that shit off. And you put some grease on it, man. My mama was 100 raw. Soon as you walk past that kitchen or something, she was in iron reach. Pow, light bulb head, bean head. She'll pop you on it. But you know what? And shit was funny because all my brothers and sisters laugh. You know, everybody got that little laughy laugh on about, but you knew how to take a joke. You didn't go running crying, Mama hit me in the head. Mama hit me in the head talking about me. It was a joke. We didn't die. You know what I'm saying? People commit suicide, and don't get me wrong, I don't want nobody to commit suicide. I want us to learn how to toughen up and learn how to take a joke. You know, you see these comedians be like, oh, I can't talk about this, or they gonna ban me. Nigga, talk about it. It's a joke. I promise you, can we just start getting back to taking jokes? Can we get some roasting in? You know, niggas used to, and can't nobody say that niggas that ain't never talk about their mamas and them, they ran over shoes, all that shit, man. Come on. I had ran over shoes. Let me just tell you that. I had ran over shoes. I had hand-me-down clothes for my cousins. Everybody, nigga, you ain't gonna never get no new clothes. All your shit hand-me-down. That's all right. That shit was clean, though. That's all I could tell. But I knew how to take a joke. You know what I'm saying? We didn't grow up with a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I knew what? Super transfer. Nigga, I ride up super transfer. Fell all over Chicago on the Sunday, going to visit everybody. We just did that. That's what we did. We learned how to communicate, go see the family, and everybody talked about your ass. It wasn't nothing to hurt you or nothing. It just, we took a joke. So let's think about that when we sending our kids off to school or off to anywhere. Just make sure that they equipped on how to control their emotions. You know? Because a lot of these shooters that we talking about is our shooters. It's your son. It might be one of my sons. I don't know. But let's just make sure we teach our kids not to fly off their handles, how to control their emotions, how to take a joke. Because a lot of these senseless deaths that's in our community is because, oh man, we was in the club, this nigga, he said something, and you know, I had to prove that I'm a man. And I'm the biggest alpha male you could meet. But I know how to like, hey man, I'm sorry that you stepped on my shoes. Ain't no big deal. You know, I'm gonna get another pair, whatever. We ain't gotta kill each other over that. I could take a joke, and I got humor. I had people shove me, and I felt like slapping the shit out of them. But I apologize to them. But I apologize to them in a nice, nasty way. Man, I'm sorry you pushed me, man. I apologize. I don't want to die. Realistically, I don't want to die. So I will apologize. When you start apologizing to niggas, you gonna shoot me and I'm apologizing? Damn. That'd be some fucked up shit. But we got to figure this shit out, man. I'm looking at the news every day. People just getting shot for no reason. People getting into altercation, and I promise you, I was up at the school and I was just like, God damn. Like, for real. Is this what our youth, the people that's supposed to take over the world, gonna be on? Like, for real. And then you really feel like crying because you think about it like, look, these ain't just some kids, but this my homeboy's son, this my homeboy's daughter. You know, this the neighbor I don't know, but I see him. Them your kids. Them my motherfucking kids in the school acting the way they acting. Even though I ain't got no kids in school though. But I mean, y'all get what I'm saying. These the people you go to work with, kids. And I know we all gonna say, not my baby, but guess what? It's your baby. It's your baby. And you gotta know, everybody ain't lying on your baby. She just don't like my baby. You think I'ma come to work and get a paycheck and say, oh, I don't like that child? Come on. See, I'm realistic with it. I'd be like, yeah, my son tried to get away with that shit. He did that. He did that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you gotta say. You gotta look at your child for real. You gotta bust down their book bags. You gotta look under their bed, look under their mattress, go through them books that's on the shelf. You gotta figure out what your child is up to. You know what I'm saying? Jump on their Instagram, their Facebook just to see. You ain't gotta be commenting or nothing. Just get on there and see what's going on. It's our youth. Our youth. Real shit. They're supposed to take over shit. And somebody got to sit down and have this conversation. You know, and if you haven't had this conversation with your kid, it's never too late. Real shit. It's never too late to sit a kid down and say, hey, I love you. So this is the reason I'm telling you this. It's because I'm telling you this out of love. I'm not telling you this because I ain't got nothing better to do. And I promise you, when I used to have to go up to school, sometimes I didn't have to discipline my boys or nothing. But I tell them I'm up here checking on you, making sure you good, knowing your teachers. And I'm doing this because I love you. You might not understand it now going through it, but I just want you to know all the time that I love you. You know, I see my son's teachers when I'm up in Benton Harbor, Michigan, and even in Chicago at South Shore. They be like, man, you was up here, man. You didn't play old school. No. I'm going to do the best I can in raising you. And then after I do my part, I could give it up. Because I feel like I did all I could do. And that's what we got to do as parents. You got to give them that information, and then you got to break it down to them. I don't even know what to say. I feel like, damn. Why am I the only one getting this? Do y'all understand what I'm trying to say here? I mean, I know y'all on my page and stuff, but do y'all really understand what I'm trying to say? You know, we leaving our kids, we leaving them in limbo. Because we leaving our kids to make decisions for themselves when they're not capable of making decisions for themselves. That's a message to somebody. You know, you might think your daughter old enough and grown enough, or your son grown enough because he got a smart mouth because you let him or her talk around adults. So now they in a position where they can feel like they're adult, but they're not. They're your kids. Hello. You know, we gotta do something. We gotta figure something out. But hey, I want to say another thing though before I get into another thing. Didn't that sound crazy? What I just said? I ain't gonna even try to say it again. But I'm gonna start up a YouTube channel, right? I know y'all like this nigga crazy. But yeah, because I think it's a lot of topics that we need to talk about, and Facebook ain't going to keep it for a lot of time. So I'm going to start up a YouTube channel, and I'm going to start up a podcast so I can get out relation information, just society, stuff for the culture. That's what we're going to do. Just stuff for us that we could, you know, where people can call in and I could take questions. You know, we could talk. Because like now, I can't even see y'all comments or nothing on Facebook. And I want to be able to interact with people. So y'all know when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to start working on that real close. I mean, it ain't going to be nothing where you have to pay for. It's going to be free. But I'm hoping people will tune in, you know, subscribe to it, you know, so we could just talk. Because this parenting thing it's a motherfucker. Real shit. What the hell, y'all? Hey, it's a green motherfucking light, bastards. I'm sorry, I'm a little road rage. I got a long way. It's green like they turning in front of me like they just don't give a fuck. All right, back to what I was saying. I'm gonna start a podcast. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. It's all gonna be linked together because some of y'all want to see me and see who my host. I'm gonna have some people coming to the studio. I've been building all that shit. We're gonna just talk about shit. Give out some information. Shit that people would need to know. And we're gonna. I think it's gonna be beneficial to us as a culture. As a human culture. It's gonna be for everybody. It ain't gonna be no everything for all black people or this for white people or this for Spanish or it's gonna be for us as a culture, human culture. Cause I don't ever really want to act like I'm racism or not, but a lot of things I speak about is cause where I grew up at. I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood, so that's all I know what to talk about. But the struggle is worldwide. Everybody had the same struggle, just being different places. Like for instance, I'm gonna say it. I get tired of people saying black on black crime, cause they don't talk about Asian on Asian crime. It's just crime. White on white crime is just crime. Mexican on Mexican crime, they just call it crime. But only in our call it black on black crime. And everybody has the same thing. Black people kill black people, white people kill white people. So we should just call it crime, that's all. But we shouldn't have none either, because I don't like, I'm trying to live a good life. Not to say I ain't never did nothing bad, because I caused some crime too, shit. I just keep it 100. I did some bad shit in my life too. So I ain't never gonna be fake with y'all, act like, shit just perfect in my life, because I have ups and downs too, Like, for instance, let's just talk about something. I was talking to one of my girlfriends, and you'll always hear me refer to my girlfriends, because I have a bunch of girlfriends. And not that we're in a relationship, but they female friends, so I call them my girlfriends. They my girlfriends. They ain't my lady, they ain't my boo thing or nothing like that. They ain't my sweetie, they my girlfriends. So I didn't add another car to my collection, right? And she was like, why you got so many cars? And you got a lot of everything. Why you just need so much of stuff? Now, and I had to think about that for a couple of days. The reason I have a lot of stuff is because I grew up with nothing. So now I'm here trying to gain everything. I feel like if I work for it, I can have it. It's not affecting you at all. It's just affecting me. I work for it, so I'm going to reach for it. If I feel like I want it, I'm going to go get it. And I ain't getting a little bit, I want it all. It's like going to the ice cream shop. If I go and I get a cone of ice cream, and that ice cream good to me, I gotta have a gallon. I don't want another cone. I need a gallon. You know what I'm saying? So when I do something, I do it big, but I'm gonna work for it. I ain't gonna bust nobody in here to take it or nothing like that. I'm gonna work and get what I want, and that's what I do. I'm just out here. People don't realize how much time I do overtime at my jobs or in my company. People always tell me, boy, you better get some rest, And I'll be like, look, I don't know what rest is. Because see, when I was hustling in the streets, I was in the street early before niggas got up, and I ain't go to bed to I ain't go to bed. I be up getting every quarter. Nigga, I was the ultimate hustler. So I took that life, when I gave up hustling, I took that life into the professional, legit world. I'm still out here to out-hustle anybody on the legit side. When I'm working at my job, real facts. They don't get no overtime to nobody unless I refuse it. I would sleep at my job overnight and take 2-3 days in a row without going home. I go up to one of my cousin's house, wash my hands, change my clothes, and go right back downstairs and finish working. I had to really be out of it for something like that. On my companies, they be like, man, you crazy. I be like, man, I'm doing what I gotta do. Because there's things that I want in life, and I know ain't nobody gonna give it to me. And I got a problem with asking people for stuff. I'm sorry, they be like, that's foolish pride or whatever. I be like, I don't really want to ask for help, because I hate for somebody to turn me down, then I'm being my feelings. I promise you I am. I'm being my feelings. I'm be like, what? All right, fuck it then. I'm going to get it anyway. So I just go and work, and I go hard when I go to work. I see it in my head, and I be like, that's all I do. A couple more months or a couple more weeks, I'm going to get what I want. And put something to the savings, put some more, and then bam, when they come. But people don't see the hustle part. They only see the part when it's done and finished. They be like, damn, that nigga did that. All the companies I started, no one seen when I ain't had no money, saving money to get the t-shirt, carpet cleaning, all them companies, to get them off the ground. I never got a loan. I never got a loan for none of my companies. None of them. I never got a grant for none of my companies. None of them. Bootstrap. And it's just determination. I self-motivate me. And that's what we gotta, and that's what I want my kids to learn. I want other people to see that around me. Like, I really self-motivate me. I don't look for a pat on the back or none of that. I just get it. I just go out here and work and go to work and shit. That's all I do is go to work. If I gotta have a work, I tell people, you got a job, get a hustle. You got a hustle, get a job. And if that ain't doing it, shit, I got 4 or 5 hustles going on. What I call hustles is legitimate companies. And what people don't realize, people like, well, I got something like a company, but I don't pay taxes. My legitimate companies is, I pay Uncle Sam his taxes, so my company worth something. If you ain't paying no taxes on your company, they consider your company not worth nothing. So when I want to go to the loan, if I want to go get a loan from the bank, I got paperwork saying I pay taxes on all these companies, and this is what my company is worth. Church, somebody else need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we gotta do, y'all. We gotta figure out something. And let's say this. Let's say we start embracing our kids' dreams. Not our dreams, our kids' dreams. The thing is about it is, I think we go about it the wrong way. You gotta show kids, you gotta have an education to do your dreams. You want to be a rapper, and here's the thing, because so many of our kids are actually making it in this music. But here's the thing, though. A lot of our kids are not making it. It's just like the NBA to me, or the football. You need a backup. I'm not saying you can't be no rapper, you can't be no dancer, you can't be no artist. You could be all that, but always have a backup plan. Real talk. Because the way the economy is, something could be going good. Next thing you know, it ain't going so good. Look at our neighborhood. We used to have all the clothing stores on 63rd and Halsted, 51st, 47th, 35th, all through Chicago. Man, all them low-end main block. 39th, all of them full of clothing stores. Now, clothes ain't selling so hot. I mean, they selling, but they ain't selling like they used to. Everybody online. What all them people used to work in them stores, they need a plan B. Now they trying to find another job. That's what I'm saying. Don't get tied up in one place, and then when it's not going well, you can't find no livelihood. Cause I'm gonna tell you something that really gets to my soul. Cause the way my daddy, my Uncle Richard, and just the men in my family, my low-end old school homies, used to always tell me, I don't mind helping a woman out, because it's harder on a woman than it is a man. A man can get his ass out there and get it the hard way. A woman ain't equipped to get it like us. She ain't built like us. So when I go past these shelters and they full of women, man, it do something to my heart. I ain't gonna even lie. When I see a woman, a homeless woman outside, that shit fucks me up. For real, it does. I be like, God damn. Our women gotta learn how to teach themselves, self-motivate themselves, pull them out the stank. You can't get caught up in the stank. That's what I call it. Because don't get me wrong, I have hard times in life, you know, but I just, man, say, this temporary. It ain't never permanent. Hard times are temporary. It ain't never permanent. So I'm out here to get it. I promise you I am. You know, and it just do something when I see these women in these shelters and they don't have no skills. And I'm gonna blame it on brothers like me. You know, we done sold y'all women these lavish dreams. You know, like, hey baby, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. You know, I'm making these moves, you know, I got you. And these women start cutting off all their family, their mamas, their daddies, everybody. Some of these women even give up their kids to be with what we call a dope dealer, baller, a hustler. Because they hustling hard. And that shit is temporarily. I'ma tell you the real, I don't hold no punches. It's been times I done made 50, 60, 100,000 and fuck around, had money on stack. And the only reason I didn't go to prison is because all the money I had on stack, when I did get popped off, you gotta give a lawyer 30, 40 grand, you know, and you don't get that money back. If you win or lose the case, you don't get that money back. Then I gotta start over again. So it's ups and downs. When it was up, it was up. Everybody see me when I was up, nigga, tailor-made suits, alligator shoes from Mari, getting shipped from Italy. You know, I'm doing it big, you know, I'm having fun, I'm splurging for everybody. But when that shit go down, ain't nobody splurging for you. And that woman that you sold all these dreams, people forget about her. When that dude go to jail, people literally forget about her. She has no education. Her mental is so fucked up because she thinks she winning. She thinks she winning with the couple of dollars he left her and the car too he left her. And if he ain't notes on it, because I know a lot of niggas out here balling right now with motherfucking Maseratis and shit, and goddamn, they paying a hell of a note for him. So if he go to jail, you left with that car for a little while if you can't keep that note on, or you living downtown paying a $2,000-$3,000 rent or mortgage. Come on. She thinks she winning, but when reality hits her, she goes straight into a depression. Now she can't function because she didn't cut off everybody that loves her. And sometimes when you love a person and you cut them off, when they need you, they really ain't there for you again. You got to build that trust up again. But she in a position, she don't have no time to build trust up. Now she got to go. Now she got to go. You know what I'm saying? Where's she going? Who going to help her now? Because her attitude was stank while all the money was there. Let's keep it 100. We talking about us. Her attitude was stank. You didn't want to be around her. You was being around her because she's splurging on everything. She had the money for everything. So, of course, you was being around her. You was just using her. But now, when everything gone, her back up against the wall, and she don't see no way out, now she in the shelter. And I'm saying that because I seen it. And I know people that's in the shelter because of situations like that. And it ain't really her fault. It's our fault. I'm talking about us black men that's out here selling drugs. It's our fault. You know, somehow they get mesmerized about the bling bling, the money, the cars, and the lifestyle. You know, going to these fancy restaurants, and you know how we get possessive. And I'm gonna keep it 100. When I was goddamn it, hustling hard, nigga. When I was hustling hard, Nigga, I was so possessive. Nigga, I had a wife, baby mama, 4-5 girlfriends, and let somebody say something. I want to kill a nigga and them. I ain't never killed them though, but that's just how possessive a nigga was. And these niggas gonna act like that they don't get possessive. But when you get money to that extent, you create your own reality. And the people around you is part of that. And your ladies start creating their own reality around your finance. But when it stops, that's where that depression hit. And they don't have no safety net. They don't have no safety net. And it can go wrong so fast for our women. You know, it really can. And, you know, I feel bad, you know. I really do. Like, I got some exes, real shit. Because I know I created a fucked up environment for them. And they the way they was, I was reaching back, helping them, not even fucking around with them, but I was like, man, her mental fucked up because I created that for her. So let me help her until she can kind of find her way again, until some of her family or friends, somebody start picking her back up, because she can't really deal with society the way we is, because now, you know, there's no cars, there's no jewelry, there's no shopping sprees, there's no going out of town, there's none of that. And then there's nobody got your back, but you don't even know how to get a job right. You know, she didn't at the time, like having a grown kid. Let me just be honest. You know, they were like, baby, you take care of this, baby, you take care of that. And that's how I was, you know. I'm gonna keep it 100. I control everything. You know, I paid all the bills. You know, don't worry about that. You can ask any woman ever lived with me, have they had to pay a bill? And I guarantee you they're gonna say no. I paid all the bills. You don't have to worry about rent. You ain't gonna look at the light bill, the gas bill, the water bill. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about food, none of that. I'm gonna take care of everything. That's just how controlling I am. You gotta realize back then I was a controlling asshole. I really was. I tell people today I'm still a little bit of an asshole. But the shit just, man, when them women don't got nothing to fall on, we gotta think about that shit. Depression is real in our neighborhood, for real. We gotta cuff our babies and we gotta cuff our ladies. Because a lot of times, the things our ladies are going through, and I had to think about this for a long time, and I really want to talk about this, is because of the stuff we put y'all ass through. Let me just keep it. It ain't no easy way to say it. It's the shit that us black men, and I'm talking about us because that's the neighborhood I grew up. The hardship that y'all women going through nowadays is because of the shit we put y'all through. Real shit. And I apologize. I'm sorry. I really am. You know, when I look back at some of the things I put my kids' moms through, I put my wife through, I put a lot of my exes through, they did not deserve that. They didn't. Real shit. And I'm not saying that shit to be on Facebook like, oh, one of them gonna come back to me or not. No, I made my peace with them. I'm good with that. But I'm just saying, when you look at majority of the depression and the cause and effect that's happening in our community is because of the stuff that we put our black women through. And I'm gonna say black women because I ain't never had no woman out of my race. I ain't gonna say I ain't up to it, but I can't speak about interracial relationships if I ain't been in one. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. We can only talk about what we want. But the same shit go to everybody's neighborhood. A lot of they stuff dealing on is because what they men put them through. You know, and there's a lot of women where I ain't had to go through all that. You know what? Kudos to your ass. Real shit. You know? But it's some women that had to go through some real shit that didn't deserve it. You know, and you gotta have some compassion about that. You know, and that's what our world lacking. And I'm not even talking about from somebody else. I'm just talking about from each other. Let's have some compassion. Damn. Let's, you know, man, let's feel for each other. Cause it be like, I don't like that bitch. You don't even know her story. I don't like the way she looking at me. You don't even know what's going on in her life. And that's what I mean back to the jokey jokes. I remember telling my sister, roll your ass again and pop them up and make them go up to your head and come out your nose. I mean, man, I tell you, boy, back in the days, wasn't nothing safe, nigga. Wasn't nothing safe. Nothing safe. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. I just thought about something. Y'all can ride on me on this one. Hey, my mama was so 100. My sister had these Buster Brown loafers, right? And because there was so many of us, you know, you had to get your shoes. Like, everybody gets shoes at the same time. You get your shoes this time, the next time you get your shoes the next time. And that's how we used to roll in our household. I keep it 100. Everybody, we just didn't have money where everybody go shop and get shoes. So my dumb ass, with the smart idea that I am, like I told y'all, I was a fucked up kid, right? The smart idea, I said, well, I think it was my big brother Michael turn to get shoes, right? So, but I won't get shoes in front of Mike. So my smart idea, I said, all right, I'm gonna cut my shoes up and my mama gonna have to buy me some shoes. Man, we had a little pantry closet in the projects right by the bathroom. My bright dumb ass gonna sit in that closet, and they had one of them pull curtains. It didn't have no door, it had like a little curtain. So I'm in there cutting the damn shoe up, right? My mama in the bathroom, my dumb ass ain't know a clear day. Come out that bathroom. Well, what the hell you doing in there? Pull that motherfucker straight back. I'm gonna cut up shoes around this motherfucker, huh? Cause my mama cussed, she kept, I ain't gonna lie, she than me. You know, you eat up all the jelly. We, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you slobbing. We talked about each other. We took a joke. You know, we didn't have no problems. Shit was real. These days now, everybody has feelings. And you need to get up out your feelings and learn how to accept criticism. Real shit. Real shit. Learn how to accept criticism. You know, good and bad, you know. Learn how to accept it. Look at yourself. You know. But most of all, man, let's give these teachers their props. Think about it. You at home teaching your kids. They at school down there 8 hours a day on, you might well call that a fucking school. That's a fucking job. Let's call it what it is. They in training on how to be productive citizens. And you gonna let your school and act an ass. Real shit. You gonna do that, right? And then say it ain't your kid's fault. You gonna do that. Nigga, please. And I know I ain't supposed to use any word, but I say nigga, goddammit. You know, I'm gonna keep it 100. I keep it 100. Fucking with me, boy. I'm real. We gotta teach our kids better. And we gotta fuck our kids up. And if you ain't fucking them up, put them on a real punishment. Make them understand what they lose. Cause I understand people be like, I don't spank my kids. And I'm cool with that. I promise you, if you don't spank your kids, I'm cool. I wish I would have learned this shit. I just didn't think the shit worked with my kids. I think they needed a spanking shit. I needed a good spanking. If my mama didn't spank me, I probably would have shot up the whole neighborhood or some shit. Nah, let me not say that. I want to shut up the neighborhood, but I think I came out to be a good citizen. I think she'd be proud of me the way I am today. But, man, come on. We got to get in our kids' ass and make our kids respect adults. like they will respect us when we ain't around. And we're gonna have a better neighborhood. You know, we're gonna have a better life. Real shit. So, let me just say this. On the way home, I'm a couple of blocks away from my crib, so I'm gonna let y'all go. I want to thank everybody for listening. If you commented when I get home and shoot the thing, I actually look at all the comments. Don't say I was gonna start a YouTube channel and a podcast. We're gonna have call-ins and all that, so we can really interact. Where you can leave me messages and we can talk about some things. Where we can feel like we're a part of each other. You know what I'm saying? And I hope my videos been helping some people. I know I ain't got the 3-minute videos like everybody else be on Facebook, but they just do that shit for likes and shit. I do it so we really know who I am. I really don't give a fuck if you like me or not. I'm just keeping it 100. You know. Oh, y'all, let me just tell y'all this before I pull up to my crib, right? Because motherfucker fucked me up last night, man. Now, I raise a stink about my grass, right? Because I'm a homeowner, you know what I'm saying? So I raise a stink about my grass. So I be telling motherfuckers don't pull up and park. So most people respect that. They don't fuck with my grass. I be telling all the women, and I'm going to go back to what I was saying. I tell y'all at night, make sure y'all at your house. Don't go to sleep and have trash in your house. You might wake up with some ammonia. With that mean, it could be physical trash or it could be the human being trash. But get all the trash out your house if possible before you close your eyes. Now, go back. I was taking out the trash last night. Some ignorant motherfucker put a regular ass couch on my yard and pulled off. I said, ain't this a bitch? You niggas put a regular ass couch on my lawn. Now, I call the police, right? I'm a different life. I don't know who did it, but I did have to call the police, right? They had to come out and write out a report for a couch. And the reason they had to come out and write a report, because I called Streets and Sanitation, right? They told me if I do not have a police report number about somebody's illegally dumping in front of my house, I was gonna have to pay $150 to have a couch removed. Ain't that a bitch? So I'm like, you want me to pay $150 for a couch that somebody just threw in my yard? And they were like, yep, police report. So I told the police to come out there. They said, what's be a problem? I said, I have a trespass. Man, they sent 4 police squads to my crib. I ain't give a fuck. But when they got to my house, they understood what I was talking about.